You know that person who wronged you last week. You're still carrying them around in your head, letting them dim your natural clarity and joy. What if I told you that grievance is actually hiding something powerful inside you? Today's lesson reviews two connected insights. First, that our grievances and resentments literally block our ability to see clearly and experience our natural light. And second, that our salvation, our peace and freedom, comes from within us, not from changing external circumstances. These aren't feel-good platitudes, but practical tools for reclaiming your mental energy from people and situations that no longer deserve your attention. Think about Sarah. Her co-worker takes credit for her idea in Monday's meeting. By Wednesday, she's replayed the scene 50 times, crafting perfect comebacks and imagining confrontations. She's irritable with her family, distracted at work, and exhausted by thoughts she can't seem to stop. Then she notices something. This mental movie theater she's been running is using all her electricity. The co-worker moved on 2 days ago, but Sarah's been keeping the injury alive, feeding it with attention and energy that could have gone toward anything else. Here's what we don't realize about our grievances. They work exactly like heavy curtains over windows. Your mind is like a house with windows, but every grievance you hold is like hanging another thick curtain. You've been living in increasing darkness, wondering why everything feels dim and cramped. But the light was never gone. It's been there all along, just waiting for you to pull back the curtains you didn't even realize you'd hung. Sarah discovers this when she catches herself mid-replay on Thursday morning. She's sitting at her desk, about to run the meeting scene for the 51st time, when she notices her shoulders are up by her ears, her jaw is clenched, and she's been holding her breath. The co-worker is in another building, probably having coffee, completely unaware that he's been living rent-free in Sarah's mind for 3 days. This is the recognition that changes everything. You're carrying people around in your head who aren't even thinking about you. You're having arguments with ghosts, defending yourself against attacks that ended days ago, preparing for confrontations that will never happen. Meanwhile, your actual life, the one happening right now, is passing by unnoticed because all your windows are covered. Grievances work like mental quicksand. The more you struggle with them, the deeper you sink. We think we're protecting ourselves by holding on to these resentments. We tell ourselves we're being smart, staying vigilant, making sure it doesn't happen again. But watch what actually happens. Sarah spends Thursday crafting an email to her boss about the stolen credit. She writes it, deletes it, rewrites it. Each version gets longer, more detailed, more defensive. She's gathering evidence, building her case, fortifying her position. By lunch, she's exhausted and hasn't touched her actual work. The grievance has grown from a single incident into an entire narrative about her workplace, her career, her worth as a person. Here's the startling realization. Your resentments aren't protecting you from something bad. They're actually blocking something good. Every minute you spend in that courtroom in your head, prosecuting people who've already left the building, is a minute you're not available for inspiration, connection, or simple peace. The grievance promises to keep you safe, but it's actually keeping you stuck. We've been looking for relief in all the wrong places, trying to change them instead of freeing ourselves. Sarah wants her co-worker to admit what he did, to apologize, to make it right. She imagines scenarios where justice prevails, where everyone sees the truth, where she's vindicated. But even in her fantasies, the relief is temporary. The next slight is always around the corner. This is where the second insight becomes crucial. Your salvation, your peace, your freedom, your return to clarity, comes from within you, not from changing external circumstances. It's not waiting for an apology that may never come. It's not dependent on other people suddenly becoming fair or kind or aware. It's already inside you, like a light that's always been on, just hidden behind all those curtains you've hung. Sarah discovers this almost by accident. On Friday morning, utterly depleted from her week of mental litigation, she simply doesn't have the energy to replay the scene again. For just a moment, she lets it go, not because the co-worker deserves it, not because she's being spiritual or evolved, but because she's too tired to keep holding on. And in that moment of letting go, something unexpected happens. She feels lighter. The room seems brighter. She takes a full breath for the first time in days. This is the moment you realize that letting go isn't about them deserving it, it's about you deserving peace. You've been volunteering to be their prison guard, watching them 24 hours a day, making sure they stay locked up in your resentment. But here's what we miss: when you're the guard, you're in prison too. Sarah sits with this recognition. All week, she's been the judge, jury, and the prisoner serving a life sentence. The co-worker, he's been free the whole time. He went home Monday night, had dinner with his family, watched TV, slept soundly. Sarah's the one who's been in solitary confinement with her grievance. When you stop feeding your grievances, you discover that what you thought was protecting you was actually imprisoning you. And underneath all that mental noise is a clarity and strength that was always there, waiting. It's not something you have to create or earn or import from outside. It's your natural state, temporarily obscured by all the energy you've been pouring into maintaining your resentments. Feel the lightness that comes when you stop volunteering to be their prison guard. Sarah makes a choice, not a spiritual bypass, not pretending it didn't hurt, but a practical decision to stop donating her life force to someone who's not even aware they're receiving it. She pulls back one curtain in her mental house. The light that streams in surprises her. She'd forgotten what it felt like to have a clear mind, to sit at her desk without the constant background noise of litigation. She notices things she'd missed all week: the way the morning sun hits her office plant, a funny email from a friend, an idea for a project she's actually excited about. This isn't about forgiveness in some abstract, holy sense. It's about recognizing that every grievance you maintain is eating electricity you could be using for literally anything else. It's about seeing that the people you're angry at have moved on with their lives while you're still standing guard at an empty cell. It's about understanding that your peace was never in their hands, it's been in yours all along. When Sarah returns to work on Monday, the co-worker is still the same person. The workplace dynamics haven't magically transformed, but Sarah has reclaimed something essential: her attention, her energy, her inner light. She's pulled back the curtains and remembered what it feels like to see clearly. The salvation she was seeking through vindication, she found through release. Not because he deserved it, but because she deserved to be free. If this felt grounding, You're welcome to like the video and subscribe. No rush. Just a gentle way to stay connected as we continue. Let's find a comfortable position. Your body knows how to settle. Trust it. Take a breath that feels good to you, not forced, not special. Just a breath that your body wants to take right now. Notice your shoulders. Are they carrying someone? You can let him down. You can let them rest. Feel the weight of any grievances you've been holding. Don't judge them. Just notice them, like heavy curtains you've been holding up with your own hands. What would happen if you set one down? Just for this moment, not forever. Just for now. Feel your hands. They've been clenched around something. Let them soften. Let them open. There's a light inside you. It's always been there. You don't have to create it or locate it or earn it. Just notice it. With each breath, let one curtain fall. You don't have to force it. Curtains are heavy. They want to fall. Notice the space that opens up. The lightness. The room to breathe. You're not forgiving anyone right now. You're not fixing anything. You're just resting. Letting your mind remember what peace feels like. Your salvation, your peace, is already here. It's in this breath, in this moment of not fighting, in this simple act of letting your shoulders drop. The grievances will try to return. That's okay. You know where they lead now. You know the weight of them. For now, just rest in this lighter space, this clearer seeing, this quieter mind. When you're ready, take a deeper breath. Feel your body here. Feel the surface beneath you. You can return to your day now. But notice, the light goes with you. It was never separate from you. It was just waiting for you to stop covering the windows. Open your eyes when you're ready. Move gently back into your day. Thank you for being here and practicing together. If you'd like, you can find a free digital ACIM resource in the description. And if you want to mark the moment, a simple comment such as, "I am grateful," is welcome. Thank you for taking this time to recognize what you've been carrying and what you're ready to release. Remember, pulling back those curtains isn't about them. It's about you choosing to live in the light again. Be gentle with yourself as old patterns surface. You know where your peace lives now.